To call our next performer. She's the only female comedian in the lineup. Please give a huge round of applause for Amrita.
You guys doing good up for Mayank. You're doing a fabulous job today. So, has anyone ever been poor over here? Like, has anyone ever been like to the zero balance of their bank account? You know, we poor people know how to adjust properly, especially when you're a college student. Because we cannot pay for internet and college hostels, right? So our version of pornography is going and watching content bloggers in pharmacy stores. We pay 2 rupees for contraception. Not constipation pills. We just go and buy them, not because we're constipated, because the condom wrappers are better than porn magazines. So, has anyone ever, had a situation where you have to, call an ambulance for a friend? None of you? Indian ambulances, the thing about them is they're so about time saving. They're so about, disaster management and all that. The first thing they'll ask you is the guy alive or dead? If you say dead, they'll be like, no ambulance is ready. If we say alive, they'll be like, yes, 5 minutes, there is an ambulance right there. And the ambulance comes. So, I'm also a bisexual. And my name is Amrita when I'm doing a guy. Lawrence when I'm doing a girl. Along with that, I'm also an atheist, so I don't believe in religion and all that kind of stuff. So my friend was like, I was going through this, 20s ka crisis when you're poor and all that. So I was going through a lot of tensions. My friend took me to a temple. Yes, I went to a temple for free food, but she took me to the Pandit and she was like, you know what, the Pandit will solve your problems. The Pandit just told me one thing, he's like, do Aarti and Puja in the morning. My idea of Aarti and Puja was different. I did Aarti and Puja, sometimes in the bedroom, sometimes in the kitchen, sometimes in Aarti's house, sometimes in Puja's house, sometimes in the park. So, iPhone 7, how many of you own iPhone over here? Yeah, how many of you are excited about iPhone 7? So I have this asshole friend of mine that always keeps like, hey bhai, I'm gonna buy that iPhone 7 but I don't have enough money. I'm gonna sell my kidney. Like, तो kidney क्यों बेचेगा? Sell your testicles. $47 for each testicle. Sell both of them, no? Assholes won't produce again. You will get your iPhone 7 also. साथ में matrimony.com में can be like I come without disappointments also. I shoot blanks. So, being a bisexual, all these straight people come to me about dating advices. They're like, "Bhai, I want to get laid with this chick. I want to get laid with this guy. Please advise me." Bro, I'm a bisexual. I'm not a pandit in a mandir. My entire dating life is in confusion crisis. कि मैं किसके साथ जाऊँ, किसके साथ आऊँ. Who do I make come and who do I make go? That's my entire crisis. And then they add another dialogue. They're like, please, you have to understand me. Like, be in my feet. And I'm like, I'm in your feet. That's why I'm confused. I'm like that guy, original guy that goes to his, Suhagrat on an arranged marriage night. I don't know what to do when I go in, and I don't know what happened after I come out. That's my party life in one, that's my tagline of party life. I go in confused, I come out more confused. Literally. So, as soon as, I went into graduation, I did the one basic thing that every girl in India does. I set up a Bharat matrimony profile. Even without a degree, I have a backup plan. As time passed, my opinion on marriage changed and I sort of forgot about that profile. But till now, I've been getting messages from Rahul, Siddharth, Rohit. One is a doctor, one is an engineer, another one is, I have no idea who he is. But all of them have 2 things in common. They are desperate been 25 since the last 5 years. Like, you're young and desperate. How does that happen? For 5 years and you're sending just one girl that message. I'm looking for a soulmate. I earn good money. I live in foreign. I'm 25. Like Bharat matrimony, if you want like people to come to you and you want marriage proposals, please change the names. हम जाएंगे. I'm not really sure about marriage, but I'll do other things. So somebody called me a racist once, and I was really offended because that person was not an Indian. Generally, when an Indian calls me racist, it's more like a brotherly feeling. It's like, like that. So this was a black person calling me racist. I was like, bhai, you're also black. Like, why are you being racist? And then he was like, no, you're not talking to me and all that. I was like, bro, I've dated like all corners of India. My boyfriend is an American. Gotten laid with an African. I've had 2 girlfriends, both Russian and European. He was like, you missed out on Chinese. I'm like, where do you think my sex products are from? That's it from my side, guys. Thank you.
Please give it up for the bisexual download.
I'll without much ado, I'll call upon this next comedian. She cracks a lot of jokes also, but she's got a really funny hairstyle as well. Please put your hands together for Amrita.
Trump!
Stop calling me Trump. If you ever knew him or me, I'd by buying this place and doing my own shows.
Okay, Gajar Kalva.
Gajar is not me. Okay, back to the point. My name is Amrita and give it up for Hriday Ranjan. Huge round of applause for these guys too because they come regularly. So I am a photographer come stand-up comic. So I also crack a lot of sex jokes. So being a woman in India is really difficult because when you get problems and you go to a gynecologist, the visit becomes awkward. Because every single time I go to a gynecologist, I have to literally mentally prepare myself. Not to tell her the problem, to convince her that I have a problem. To convince her that I'm not going there for an abortion. Because every single time I go there, I don't know, as soon as they see your age, they give you a dirty look. They're like, what are you here for? Like, ma'am, I'm 23, I've not had unprotected sex till date. I'm very careful that way, I'm not from St. Anne's. So, have you ever noticed when you go to, these high-end places, especially pubs and all that, there's always that one person in the crowd that goes like, oh, you know what, I got standards for dating. Have you ever come across that person? Unfortunately, I came across that person, first date time, she was really a very good looking woman, so I took a rose for her, to show that, you're a good looking woman and stuff like that. And she looked at that rose and she's like, you know what, this is way, like, mere standard ke niche hai, and she literally cried. And then I was like, okay. 2 days later, she was like, let's go on a second date. This time I really planned. I wanted to take her somewhere that suited her standards. I took her to Big Bazaar. I left her in the Dhanya's, aisle. And I showed her the packet. I was like, ISI mark. इससे बढ़ के स्टैंडर्ड तेरे को मिलेगा नहीं. इससे बढ़ के मेरी औकात नहीं है. So this is the least standard you're gonna get. So yeah, how many of you have social networking sites like Facebook and stuff like that? How many of you have friends from abroad, like who keep in touch with friends and who have a lot of friends? So I am one of those people who have like a wide variety of friends. So since I have a lot of friends, I don't keep up with my messages. They just keep coming and I don't read my messages. So once somebody to gain my attention called me a racist. I was like, how dare you? Only an Indian can call me a racist and get away with it. because then we can be racist to each other. And I didn't agree with her statement is because I have dated all four corners of India. That includes a guy from Delhi. I've had a Russian girlfriend and a Romanian girlfriend. I just got laid with an African on May. I have an American boyfriend. And I told her this. She's like, you left the Asian part. I was like, babe, where do you think my sex toys come from? They are manufactured in China and Philippines. The Philippine ones last longer. The China one doesn't. So since many people know that I'm sexually very open and I'm also bisexual, so this has many people calling me for things like threesome, orgies and all that. So last time someone called me for an orgy, and I was really hopeful because it's a new experience for me. They were like, you're gonna learn, you're gonna learn a lot of things. Life is a learning experience, be positive. So I go there and I didn't think. I declined the offer humbly. I did this because the last time I was in a room full of Indians, they happened to be my relatives. I come from a Mallu family. So the standards are set on a very high level. My visit ended in a disaster and I couldn't perform well. And that wasn't the same kind of disaster I wanted to have again. So I humbly declined. That's it from my side. Thank you very much.